Oilersnation After Dark begins now.
Gentlemen, we are back for a little special edition of Oilersnation After Dark during the middle of the afternoon, recording this live Tuesday afternoon as qualifying play for the Winter Games is just wrapping up. We haven't had the opportunity to talk to your bright, shining faces for over a week now, which I am not complaining about here for the Oilers Nation pre- and post-game team, but feels good to be back in the chair. Got a couple storylines brewing throughout the Winter Games that involve, obviously, the men's and women's hockey teams, but there's a couple other storylines going around as well. Shout out Norway. They're running away with the Winter Games right now, and there's been some scandals throughout as well. It's been a hell of a Winter Games thus far, but joined by the one, the only, Michael Menzies, contributor here at Oilers Nation. Menzies, how we doing, brother? Feels right to be back in the chairs again.
It does feel great to be back in the chairs. It feels strange to not have my laptop in front of me. It's been so pointed out by
I can't
others.
hear it right now making all the sounds.
I know. And I say that my laptop, it isn't that it's so big, it's that your laptops are just so mini.
Let me say, I own the exact same laptop as you do. I keep it at home because it is so large. It is so massive. It won't even fit in my backpack if I wanted to bring it. How do you bring it?
I put it in a backpack.
Yeah?
I got a backpack for it. Yeah. I got a backpack of
A knapsack, I used to call it back in the day.
Yeah, was that like you know how in Saskatchewan it's like a bunny hug and they just have to have their own terms for stuff? Is that the Saskatchewan term for backpack?
I'd be interested to
Knapsack?
look into that. The other one for me that I remember being a kid was Chesterfield. My grandmother would say Chesterfield for the couch.
Right.
You go clean that up off the Chesterfield.
The ottoman for the footstool.
I still use the term
I say
ottoman.
ottoman.
I
I
still
do
have
say
my
ottoman.
ottoman in my living room.
Yeah. Great empire.
Couple stains on that one, but that's a story for another day.
Pause.
We're back.
We are back.
ONAD, though, is a presentation of Bet365. Download the app today because whatever the moment, say it with me, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Shout out, we got producer Brett Holden behind the scenes. Just a chill version of ONAD once again during the middle of the afternoon. But as you tell below on the bottom of your screen here, we got some new things rolling for Oilers Nation After Dark. A little bit of a test run here before we get back into the NHL schedule at the end of February. But we got some nice changes coming your way here for both pre-gaming and post-gaming. And no more special thanks goes out to our producer, one Brett Holden. How you doing back there?
Not bad. I can even do this. And this.
Oh.
And then this. And then this.
You know what, Brett? One more time, please.
Yeah.
One more time for the folks. Hey! Whatever the moment, that was never ordinary.
No.
But we got some good things coming your way here. A couple changes here to the program, and we are very, very, very excited. So we're going to kick this one off. It's not going to be your prototypical After Dark post-game show, as obviously, no shit, Bordsy. We don't have a game to break down, but we're going to talk some headlines.
We're not doing the optional skate today for the Oilers. You didn't have eyes.
What, we got game notes? We got the pre-scout report, Menzies? What can I expect?
Savoy has been sent down.
Yeah, Nobby, still no immediate changes to the coaching staff throughout the break here. We've heard the term mini training camp. We also got some news that Matt Savoy might not be taking part in that mini training camp as he was just sent down to Bakersfield. We're going to talk some Canada, talk some Team Germany as well. Got some good, bad, and oilies. Part of there, I may have to repay a debt to one Michael Menzies. I have been avoiding the Super Bowl talk for over a week now, but a Bordato does always pay up his debts. We got some jeans, which, hey, could be anything. If you're watching this, comment along in the comment section. Obviously, we're not live, but let me know who would be your jeans candidate throughout the entire Winter Games, or maybe even since the last time we spoke.
It feels very strange that we're not live.
I know, it feels weird with no chat.
I keep pointing over to the left side to take a look at what the chat's saying, and then I'm like, oh, there's
I
nothing.
miss you. I miss you.
It's the fuel to our fire. You know, it gives us another dimension of what we could discuss.
I could only imagine how much more off the rails we'll get if we don't have the chat trying to keep us in line throughout all the time. Granted, Lance Kane tends to, when the voicemail line becomes part of the show. That's when the wheels tend to fall off. First things first, we got to pay the bills. You want to give a shout out to Derek Dodge, Edmonton, a new friend here on Oilers Nation After Dark. It's the beginning of a new chapter for Derek Dodge as they are now under new ownership. And they're bringing a fresh approach, new energy, and renewed focus on customer experience. And right now, Michael Menzies, they've still got their unbeatable deal. With every vehicle purchase, you will receive a trip for two to Viva Las Vegas. That's right. You heard that correct. To leave the lot with your new vehicle and flights and accommodations for a trip for two to Viva Las Vegas. Michael Menzies, that's a deal you simply could not beat. You don't strike me as much of a truck guy, do you?
Well, I've driven multiple trucks, had like company work trucks that I've been able to use as my
I'm a sedan man.
Well, I will say, like, I didn't have a truck growing up. I didn't know the appeal. Then you drive one a while and you become a truck person.
You're just better than everybody else on the road. I'm higher up. I can go faster. I'm scarier
drive.
than you. The only thing is
It's
parking.
nice.
Parking, you always got to go in the back of lots. Like if you're going to like a Walmart, you got to be back there with the motorhomes and stuff back there. But
Yeah.
I mean, talk about first world problems.
I had a F-150 XLT that was lifted as a work truck. I didn't pick it. It was our owner's who then, he wanted a new one, so he gave me this truck. And it was the biggest billboard running through Bonnyville. It was unbelievable. Wrapped. Every inch of it was wrapped.
Lifted, wrapped.
Oh, it was
Berta,
massive,
baby.
Massive. Unnecessary. I didn't pull a thing. I didn't pull anything.
Women, the loads behind, anything.
My dad got they had two Mercedes and one was a SUV from like 2003. And they ended up getting that wrapped in their nice green. I'll name the company. It was called Polytech 360. And it was
free
just, well, they're done now. But it's
Soon
just
enough.
this massive green color all wrapped around in this weird SUV. Ended up getting T-boned. I was in there, but that was a write-off. But that was a weird, every time I went into the garage, this weird green machine. I don't know how I feel about wrapped cars.
I think I have a picture of me beside this truck. And it is, if I'll find
That
it,
figure.
and it's. Well, you also notice in the picture me being 60 pounds lighter at the time. I was all cock and ribs at the time.
Yeah, it tends to happen. You posted something, was it yesterday? And it was from clearly not recently.
Yeah.
I could definitely tell it was from the past. I wouldn't say 60 pounds, but I went, oh yeah, that's probably how people feel about me when they look back at my old Nate Newswatch.
It's the
highlights and
face.
stuff.
I used to have a much thinner face. Obviously, not just the face.
You got to start bone
But-
mashing, brother. Haven't you
know.
heard? It's all the rave these days. Shout out Clavicular. I believe
Sure.
that's how I say his
Yeah.
name. I'm hip.
Nobody said that about my face in about 15, 20 years. So
You Ben looks maxing, bro. You
I-
Ben looks maxing.
I've been doing something.
I'm so up to date on this stuff. I've done nothing over the Winter
bone
Games break.
mashing. I know the things that you like, the jaw exercise. I
Oh,
know
buddy,
that
you don't know
thing.
about bone mashing?
No.
Let me gather around, children. Let me
Please.
tell you for a minute here. So there's this new fad, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't recommend it, but guys are recommending that to get proper like jawline and bone structure, that they just repeatedly punch themselves in the face, in the jaw over and over, and that basically enough it gets your muscle and all the things in your face to like be tighter, and that it kind of pulls you back and your jawline looks better. Kids, do not do this. I
Yeah.
can't describe to you enough how dumb that is.
This sounds like the Brady Kachuk School of
Yeah,
Wellness.
I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure this is what Nick and Nate Diaz did to get ready for
And
fights.
let's say it didn't work out very well for them as well.
There's also not a lot going on behind those eyes.
And you know what? I'll give you one more. Just go to the fucking gym.
Well, that'll help.
That might be the recommendation.
That's a hack. Talk about hacks.
Try eating well before you go straight to punching yourself in the face over and over.
Eating
Yeah.
well.
Granted, don't knock it till you try it. So there's that part of this argument
Is
as
that
well.
a new burger at McDonald's? Well, I don't know what eating. Chinese geishas, I believe, used to like crush their feet because in that culture, like small, petite feet, the smaller the feet,
They've been looking
Yeah.
at
more
accent for
attractive.
centuries.
They would have to fit their feet into smaller shoes.
Yes. So
That's actually legit.
Well, see, now
Yeah.
claviculars sound a little bit smarter right now.
He's on to something.
Yeah.
Trying to fit into a balaclava. Got to slim down that face a little bit. Let's get into some headlines brought to you by, I just want to throw it out there, this Friday, The Sauce, featuring Ryder and Lisa and one producer, Reese Revel. They're going to be at Greta. They got another event going down, a watch-along party, wherever they're going to be there doing the show at, I believe, 10 or 11 a.m. Don't quote me on that. We'll tell you throughout the week. They did it last Friday. Looked like an absolutely bumping time. Did you see who came down to Greta Bar YEG during the Friday Canada game?
I'm sitting in the broadcast booth at the old Sportsplex, scrolling right before puck drop, and I'm like, oh, look at what I missed. Vasily Podkolzin, Kasperi Kapanen.
Can I just say, as a guy who has spent, Brett, you've been there every step of the way, hours, hundreds of them, hours at Greta Bar YEG. The one time that, and even during the day on Friday, Reese said to me, he's like, what are you doing for the hockey game? And I was like, I don't know, probably just going to go home and watch on my couch. He's like, why don't you come to Greta? Bordsy, you're the Greta guy. The one time that I don't go there for a special event, we have not only the one, the only Vasily Podkolzin, but Kasperi Cheeks Kapanen, where we could have explained the nickname. I'm sure he's heard it aplenty. Such a missed opportunity. And I will tell you, this upcoming Friday, you can bet your bottom dollar Bordsy going to be at Greta Bar YEG. I don't know about Podsy and Cheeksy, but we can pray.
Well, I've met Podkolzin before. I think, have I told my
Humble brag? No, please do.
Podkolzin interview story
Please.
before on air? I don't know if I have. At the 2018 World Junior A Challenge, which was held in Bonneville, he was playing for Team Russia, and I would do a post-game interview for each game. And so I had requested Podkolzin. And he comes with his translator, and this was a very strange interview because I was, 19 or 20 at the time and done very few like big deal interviews. You're covering this tournament. You're sitting beside like ESPN reporters and different reporters.
Fish out of water type feel.
And these were live. These were live video interviews. So, but Colson comes out. He doesn't even acknowledge my existence. The translator stands in between us. I'm faced this way, but Colson's like back is to me. He's like shifted the other way. And so I'm starting to fumble through these questions, and I realize the translator, he keeps giving me these facial expressions, like reacting to what I'm saying, because I'm not stopping. I just keep fumbling through the freaking questions, and they keep going on, and he's trying to process awful
language barrier plus a stutter. That probably can't be
good. And then you can't spit out your questions. So it was just a treat. But I know there's people in Bonneville who are like the chaperones for that Russian team that are still close with Podkolzin and a couple other the players. So
I was going to say I was there in Lloyd during that tournament while working in Lloyd. I traveled out to Bonnie for some of the games, and I remember some of the chaperones and the translators, they were really nice. It was a great event that was put on.
Well, you just saw Russia walking around. Everyone had the Russian winter jackets on, and when they would go to Mr. Mike's or be walking.
Those the Olympic athletes from Russia?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these are Russia's invading the restaurant here. So that's my Podkolzin tale. I'm sure he would have zero recollection of that. -0.
Vasily Podkolzin, born to be in Alberta. He's meant to be a Alberta boy. He's experienced Bonneville. Sure, he loves Rogers Place and Edmonton now. Andrei Kuzmenko, you didn't appreciate Joey's Podsy. He appreciates every bit
for sure.
of small town Alberta and big city Alberta.
Yeah, Kapanen, he'd be cool just to interact. Any of these guys, to actually interact with them a little bit.
Shout out Kasperi Kapanen, father. He's now a father these days, so it's probably good timing for him now.
What
that
was
he
the
can
baby's name? I
Are
can't
we
remember.
going to talk about the baby names
we'll
list?
Save that for later. But I was trying to think. Carl.
I'm trying to think of something. I was trying to think of a way that plays off Cheeks.
Whose babies? Oh, it was farm animals. I know exactly what it is.
You can say fuck. He can say fuck.
No, I know.
I thought you were thinking it was a farm animal.
I hope it's a farm
Cow
animal.
cabinet.
Ooh, I like that.
Boar.
I'm just saying. That was alliteration.
Okay, well, you work on that. We'll get back to the headlines here. So obviously we're
15 minutes in.
It's exactly how we thought this was all going to go, folks.
Yes.
I missed you. I missed you. I missed you. Team Canada obviously finishes round robin play of the Winter Games undefeated, 3-0-0, grabbing the number 1 seed in the entire tournament. I believe they finished with a goal differential of 14, I do believe. Don't quote me on that one. And Menzies, I'm curious your opinion here because it's been 3 games. It's been 3 dominant W's. Almost said for the Edmonton Oilers. 4 Hockey Canada. There you get a look at Group A standings with Switzerland, France, and Czechia as well. No surprises for Canada as far as I'm concerned, and it makes it a little tough for me to try and properly gauge or judge where Team Canada is because those are 3 opponents that, yes, Czechia's got some worth to them as well, but it's just kind of tough to get a proper litmus test for Team Canada. But the fact that we've watched 3 games now, there aren't many holes that I can poke throughout the squad. That means that they have passed the test thus far. And as a Patriots fan, you don't apologize for the schedule you get to play. You take care of business where you take care of business. And that is exactly what Canada has done. They have had solid goaltending from both Jordan Binnington and one Logan Thompson. And then really any Canadian conversation, it starts and ends with one Connor McDavid, who is putting on an absolute show at the Winter Games. He's got 2 goals, 7 apples, 9 points throughout 3 games. He has been, without a doubt, the best player on the ice. It has not even been particularly close. He's going to smash. Let me knock on wood first. He's going to smash every Winter Games record for Team Canada or anybody in any single tournament. But
NHLer.
Yeah, I'll see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because there's guys back in the 20s who have some insane numbers.
I could tell you about Harry Watson.
Yeah, that's the guy's name, right? Yeah, it was something ridiculous.
They've been calling it, and they've made a very big point of it on broadcasts, I've noticed. Yeah. It is during the NHL era.
Yes.
Not Cap era, NHL era.
Yes.
We'll go with that. But McDavid, dude, he's been unbelievable. And it's not only the fast pace he plays with, the skill that he has, his ability to just have the best hockey IQ out there. McDavid has been physical as all hell. And we saw it from the first shift against Czechia where he laid out a dude in the ozone where we all think it's one Tom Wilson. No, brother. That's 97. I pointed out to you last week where I was like, remember, I think it was Game 7 against the LA Kings. First shift a couple years back. Boom, 97 goes out, sets the tone, lays the body. And you just can't say enough good things about how 97 has played throughout the 3 games of the round-robin tournament thus far. He's found chemistry with Celebrini. We'll touch on him in just a second. Wow, is that kid ever good? But McDavid thoroughly leading by example, leading with the physicality. Looks like he's actually having fun out there while he's playing. I made this comment. Nathan McKinnon's personality makes Connor McDavid look like the most interesting man on earth. That McDavid, throughout this, you compare the two, you're like, wow, he looks human. He looks like he's having a very good time. I'm curious, Michael Menzies, Canada overall, hey, they're 3-0. I expected them to be at this point. But McDavid, when expectations are even up to here, I am somehow sitting here saying he has exceeded my expectations.
Well, he's contributed out of the group play, I think, the most scoring chances he's been involved with 32, and it was incredible to see Draisaitl number 2 in that for Team Germany. Now, Draisaitl, it basically all flows through him outside of Stützle, but for McDavid in particular, It's fascinating. Like, how would Canada do without Connor McDavid? I think they would be 3-0. Don't get me wrong, but he has been usually when we see as we allude to, the game's record for an NHLer is 11 points. When these teams get stacked with players, the offense tends to cannibalize. We don't see really one standout particularly. It's usually a lot more spread out. That's just the nature of best on best typically. And so far through group play, that hasn't been the case. It has been spread for Canada, but McDavid is so much more contributing in terms of scoring chances. So it's been not super surprising, but everything that we've hoped for in terms of his opportunity to play in a best on best at the world stage. And so that's what's made it fun. And, look, although Czechia and Switzerland might not be the strongest countries, one of them might be in the semifinal still. Obviously, they're going to play Czechia in the quarters again. So, and I wouldn't shock me if Switzerland beat Finland with the goaltending that they're getting here lately. So it's been nice to see that everything so far is going to schedule in terms of McDavid being the best player on the planet, and to be able to be anointed in the sense here like Jordan was with the Dream Team maybe in 92. Now, obviously, Jordan had a couple rings. McDavid's been to the final multiple times. Can he prove it in this way with obviously the most competitive games still to come?
There's a lot of legacy talk when it comes to the Winter Games here with our boy Connor McDavid, Nate Mack, Sidney Crosby, all these things. But McDavid just feels like a man on a mission right now, and that legacy is a big part of this. I feel like Connor knows, hey, man, you've had back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals losses. For whatever reason why that happened, you can blame whatever you want. But here you have an opportunity to put your name along the greats, be the best player on the best team in a huge, huge moment here for Canadian hockey and hockey in general. I do also want to say one of my favorite parts of the Winter Games has been all of Canada as a whole being on one side, being on one team. But even to go further on that, to talk to fans, my buddies who aren't maybe Oilers guys, they're Leafs fans here and there. This company is spread very wide throughout the nation, and to have all of us cheer for the same guys and have everybody talk about, man, this is what it's like to cheer for number 97. This is what you guys get to watch for 82 games out of the season plus playoffs. Just take a moment here that I've really been able to drink it in and go, man, we actually are pretty blessed, because some of my buddies here, we're 3 games in and they're with pride wearing their 97 Hockey Canada jerseys. And that just, I guess on the other side of this too, I've mentioned this on ONE before throughout the last week. I'm so stuck in my ways. Like, I am such a pro Connor McDavid guy. Love Nathan McKinnon, the Canadian. But I'm so used to poking holes in his game at every opportunity that I can, that it's been very weird throughout this tournament when I catch myself like muscle memory, like a sneeze, and going, fucking selfish play from Nathan McKinnon right there, like Connor McDavid would never do that. And then I stop myself and I go, wait, Portsy, we're all on the same squad here. We're all on the same side.
When he looked off McDavid at the Four Nations, so that 2-on-1.
Come on, man. Who do you think you are?
Pass the puck,
but we're all on the same squad. But
Yeah.
I do think it's been funny to hear other people cheer for Connor, and then me having to support guys like Cale Makar, Brad Marchand, all these things where you're like, wow, this feels dirty right now.
The first game of the tournament, I was texting my friend chat, just going, McKinnon's been the worst forward for Canada so far.
I can't help it. It just comes out.
And he scored that first goal that didn't count, and I was still just like, he's been awful.
I have McKinnon to lead Canada in goals in the tournament, and I've been sitting here being like, if he shoots the puck, I go selfish. But deep down, I know I'm like, I kind of need you to shoot that puck a little.
Yeah, you banked on him. You banked on him doing this.
I'm just in the safe space. My mind is a pretzel right now when it comes to supporting who I need to support.
Well, it's become a little popular in certain circles online to kind of shit on these games. Have you know, like there is these,
that's just the age we live in with armchair GMs.
Yeah, there hasn't been that many
Twitter experts.
Like great game. It's like, well, A, I disagree, but B, like this is how it goes. You play groups. It's not all gonna be, well, the Four Nations, like every game. Well,
because that was the semifinal.
That was 4 nations. Okay, there are other nations, okay, and they get to play
Russia,
and
buddy.
participate. And yeah, it would be nice to see Russia and Belarus in the tournament from a competitive hockey standpoint. And one day that'll probably happen. But I don't know. There's been the gold medal game's going to be at 6. Yeah, it sucks. But you know what? That's the way it goes. Like, I don't know what people want. Oh, they should have done it at 10 p.m. local time there. Mike Sullivan's been complaining, we play 9 o'clock local time. Well, that's so they're giving the U.S. fans a favor so the games are on at freaking early afternoon. What do people want?
These 15-year-olds would never survive the 2016 Winter Games. Was it 2014? Yeah, it was 2014. Yeah, I was still in high school.
That's exactly where I was going to go to, is that, like, literally one of the best memories I have being post-18, 2014, Canada taking on Sweden. I stayed up the whole night, was at the bar previously, decided to keep her going, went to no free shoutouts. Actually, no, they don't exist anymore. Average Joe's in Sherwood Park. And I got to watch the whole game. 6 a.m., they have the breakfast buffet. You're fighting sleep, so you got to have a couple more beers responsibly and whatnot. That's a memory that I'm going to hold on to for the rest of my life, because if it was easy, everyone would do it, and you'd get up there and you just sit on your couch and watch it. Yeah, at noon, whatever you want. But no, you got to earn it. You got to get the hard way.
There's an Edmonton Rush
global.
game.
Sorry,
that night. There's an Edmonton Rush game too that night before that. I'm sure you went to. I definitely went to.
Shout out, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out. Respect.
Like it just feels more global and real to me that it's an official Winter Games. That sometimes the games are on at weird times. I'm not.
They're on the other side of the world.
Yeah,
that's how the globe works.
Well, it depends what
now,
you.
Are you gonna wake
depends
up?
what you mean in both globe.
Flat Earthers. Good point. Good point.
But I don't know. It's just there's been certain corners. Nick from Leafs Nation. It's criminal that the gold medal game.
Hey Nick, I'll tell you right here. Shut up.
It's on it. It's on at 8 a.m. Eastern.
Like, I know. Now, my question to you: are you going to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow for Germany?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I said earlier on ONE, I'll do this thing.
I might still be up.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm more of I'm like a 10, 11 p.m. go to bed kind of guy. But I'll like wake up in the middle of the night. You know, if you got to pee, you got to do whatever. I'll turn on the TV at 4. Like, I might set an alarm for 4 a.m. to turn on the TV, but I'll go back to sleep. But then, like, when you're waking up throughout the couple hours, let's say 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., when you're stirring, kind of open your eyes up a little bit, get a little score check quickly, go back to bed. That's the extent I'll do.
That's the equivalent of whatever you were talking about, like bone mashing for your sleep schedule, right there. I'm sure your circadian rhythms love that.
Sorry, I appreciate the games. I got to watch Skeleton Luge.
I like to watch with one eye open and one eye closed, so I'm still getting rest, but ultimately...
I'm a European soccer fan, so I'm used to, like, I'll wake up at 5:30 to watch Manchester United play West Ham, which is funny because my next door neighbor's also a Manchester United fan, and so when it's 5 a.m. and United scores, you can kind of hear both of us kind of stir.
That's actually so sick.
And both his wife, my fiance, are downstairs going, "Shut the fuck up!" But yeah, we always know. But we'll be up at 5 in the morning.
That actually leads me
That's
to
cool.
another.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys hang out then?
We do. We will for bigger games.
Not that
Manchester
cool.
United.
All right, fair enough.
Well, United, if they were still,
Hey,
who they were,
fourth
who
in
they
the
used to be.
table.
That guy cut his hair yet?
So that's what I was going to bring up as a potential jeans was because it was the West Ham game.
Yeah.
So there's this guy online. He says, I'll cut my hair when United win 5 in a row. And this has gone on for
a year, 430 plus days now.
Yeah, he looks like what's his pickle from Sesame Street, the Shaggy character.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I'm out on Sesame Street references. Yeah, well, I love
2, 3.
7 bats.
So there was 4 wins in a row here recently, and United was playing West Ham, and West Ham is near the bottom. They're in relegation land, perhaps, and they drew a disappointing draw to West Ham.
That was that match that we were watching when you and I were here, when the goal got called back.
So with a draw, that then resets it. They got to win 5 in a row again.
Yes.
Oh, at least he's being honorable.
So and then Wayne Rooney and others.
I know
are
who that
like
is.
hating on this kid. It's like
meanwhile the kid's like, by the way, all the money that I'm gonna raise is gonna go to charity and shit.
Even if it didn't, why are you hating on that?
Oh yeah, they're like, it's become a distraction.
Which also hilarious.
Your team sucks.
It's okay, and second of all, it's hilarious coming from Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, who's follicularly challenged. So.
What a chirp.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, he was well known for hair plugs, I believe.
Yeah. You ran over to Turkey for a second.
See, if you thought you're sitting there and you said Oilers Nation After Dark on a pre-recorded, thought we're going to keep it strictly to the ice. We're talking Wayne Rooney hair plugs.
I'm sorry, we're men of culture. We have more interest. We keep in the know of a lot of different things.
I'm sorry, I read books.
Sorry, I can point to where England is on a map.
Yeah.
Fuck! Guys, I haven't read a book in like 5 years.
Really?
Don't know how to read.
And before that, it was probably another 5 years. So let's continue to move along. Throw out headlines. You talk about Connor McDavid, it would be unjust not to mention his line mate. In one, Macklin Celebrini, brother, because this kid is a legit superstar at 19 years old. In a tournament where it is best on best, I'd argue, and this might sound crazy to say, but Macklin Celebrini, in my opinion, has been the second best player on Team Canada. And I don't even think it's particularly close. You look at the numbers there, 4 goals, 2 apples, 6 points in 3 games. He is fit like a glove on Connor McDavid's wing. So much so, I went down the rabbit hole the other night trying to think of scenarios in which when's the earliest Celebrini could become an Edmonton Oiler. During my findings, I found out it's a lot more logical and likely for Connor McDavid to become a San Jose Shark.
Whoa!
So we're gonna delete those findings.
You heard it here.
All of those things. But this kid, man, he's been unbelievable. He's a freak. And I'd say, once again, we all know how good Macklin Celebrini is. You check the point totals throughout the NHL season. He's been unbelievable, and the gap between him and second on the Sharks in scoring is like 50 points. But you come to this tournament, best on best, 19 years old, and you would completely understand it if maybe he was deferring to others throughout the lineup and maybe didn't want to take such ownership, rip all these pucks, and do all these things that Celebrini has been doing. But there has been no questioning, no second guessing. This kid is one of the best players on the team. He's obviously been partially on PP1, been on PP2, but he's fit like a glove with 97, and Tom Wilson as well, I should say. You can't not mention him here as well. And the thing I feel when I watch Macklin Celebrini, right? You look at Connor McDavid. You don't want to compare them, but that's what you do with the greats, especially these young, special players at such a young age in Celebrini and one Connor McDavid. McDavid, you look at him, he's the best player in the world, but it is apparent that he relies upon natural skills. His ability that he is physically faster than everybody else out on the ice and can do things faster than everybody else. There's nobody like that, like Connor in the NHL, where I look at Celebrini and I don't think he has, and I don't want this to be taken negatively, but any one physical trait that makes him so elite above everybody else. And it reminds me of a Sidney Crosby at such a young age, where you couldn't maybe put your finger on one specific thing. The kid is just really fucking good at pretty much everything in the game of hockey, and it's been wild to watch. I can only imagine what this kid is going to be like years down the road. Pacific Division. Buckle up for this one, because he's doing this at 19 years old. But Menzies, what can you say about being that young, stepping into the biggest stage possible in hockey, and he's knocked it out of the park completely 3 games in?
It's never really dawned on me in this type of way, because we knew, for example, like I knew this intellectually, but it just didn't resonate with me the same way. Like watching Canada play France on Sunday in our hotel room, we're going to play that afternoon, and it just dawned on me as he scored the penalty shot goal. Like, we have a handful of kids on our team older than this guy. You know, junior A, junior players are older than this kid. And look what he's doing, and he's got 4 goals in 3 games. Like, no, it's remarkable. It's remarkable. I know Duthie is obviously like on the panel, and he's relayed a couple of anecdotes about Celebrini. His book I would recommend if you like hockey stories, Certified Beauties. And I know he was on The Sauce promoting it a few months back. It's a great read. That'd be a nice, easy way for you to step back.
I read The Man on the Left.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's
his first book.
That was a Stalin-esque book. It was about politics. But anyway, no. So this guy's a left winger.
His next book is Matt.
I only play in the left wing. I only play in the left wing.
It's set up on screen very well. Left wingers versus right wingers here.
Look at your screen right now. What side am I on? Let's go.
Exactly.
And I'm bringing up the logo back up, by the way, just so you know. The sponsor logo is coming back.
Yeah, anyway, so he relayed a story like Celebrini's 9 years old, and he's put together on this team for the Brick tournament. He's 9. It's a bunch of 9-year-olds going to go play at the Brick at West Edmonton Wall, and they're sitting in the dressing room awkwardly, and Celebrini goes up to like break the ice, and he stands up, and he's like, "We only have one room in this dressing room. No fucking swearing." As a 9-year-old, he said this, and it just like loosened all the kids up.
That's
literally.
got big leagues written all over it from day one.
Yeah, so that was him at 9, and fast forward. Obviously, one really has nothing to do with the other. We know him as, his dad and his affiliation with the Golden State Warriors, and he's been around pros and all of that, but he's really just a gamer, and it's remarkable to see what he's done.
It's been incredible. I'm nervous and excited to see what Macklin Celebrini does with the rest of his career. There's obviously been the debate, Celebrini versus Bedard, who is the one?
I'm less excited to see what's going to happen with his career because he's going to be a thorn here.
That's what I mean. That's like I take pride in him being Canadian. He's such a young kid. He's so likable. There's so many things about it. But I'll be real. We're in the trust tree. I am terrified of what the next 10 plus years of Macklin Celebrini is going to look like in the Pacific Division. Let's go quickly here.
The data.
Speed round.
Who wants to take a look at the data?
Brett, are those the Epstein files?
Whoa. Who let that on this computer?
Quick speed round here. Couple comments or storylines, I guess, Brett. I want your opinion as well. Tom Wilson getting in the fight, getting in the scrap. It is what it is. Obviously, I was very concerned and being like, you just don't know the rules. It's the fear of the unknown. So if you scrap, okay, is he going to be suspended for Canada's quarterfinal game? Obviously, that is not the case. And I felt like in the moment, it was like, hey, Tommy, please do not fight. Like, you know that you shouldn't fight. Felt like he knew that as well, which made it very weird when he was the first guy to throw off his gloves to... Like, that was just muscle memory, brother. It's like a sneeze. You just toss them off. They get in a little bear hug. I felt like I saw it in Wilson's brain of like, don't fight right now. You've already probably gone too far here. Let's pull back a little bit. And then aloud, buddy, can't remember his name, this guy.
Crinan. Pierre Crinan. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
Crinan starts to ragdoll Tom Wilson around a little bit, a little Zach Cassian, Matt Tkachuk looking right there kind of thing. And in the moment, so I'm yelling on my couch watching my girlfriend. I'm going, don't fight. The moment he gets ragdolled, I'm screaming, you can't let him son you like that. Yeah. You can't let him son you like that.
Beat his ass, Darnell.
Get his ass, which felt like Tom Wilson had the same inner monologue going on in his head as well. He obviously goes back, tries to get at him. I don't know if that was just to save face. Whatever. There is no supplemental discipline. They both got thrown out of the game. What's his name again?
Crinan.
He has disgraced the French Hockey Federation because he gone. Not allowed to play anymore in the tournament. For me and Tom Wilson, a little scary, a little touch and go. This is exactly what we were all concerned about and worried about. But at the end of the day, he handled some business. Maybe not even entirely, but stood up for himself. No suspension for the quarterfinal. I'm okay with it, only because hindsight is 20/20 at this point. What was your reaction in the moment?
Well, I'll defer to hockeyfights.com's Brett Holden, but that was a double minor for roughing.
Yes. Yeah.
That was not a fight.
I don't disagree.
That was not a fight.
I agree, but what is when you whip the gloves off like that? Because that was the auto check.
I mean, instigator, agitator.
It wasn't a fight. If Wilson wanted to fight, he would have fought. He would have threw punches. He knew what the situation was. They're trying to find this line to cross. I will say this about the French Hockey Federation. How soft are you? How soft is this? Is this the state of France as a nation? Really? Like, this is why they might be, dissolved in 2 decades, whatever's going on here.
Yeah.
Like, this
Your
is unbelievable.
Is crazy.
I follow politics is all, and I don't know what's going on in France. why did they pick this guy? If they said he was, because he got suspended multiple times, I guess, this season in the French league, they obviously brought him for the purpose of agitation or whatever. He took a run at McKinnon. Like, I didn't love the hit, obviously, but that's...
What about the tap afterwards that he gave him?
Yeah, the tap. Oh, Nate.
Everything's chill after that. I'm sure Nate Dogg will forgive for sure.
Yeah,
he
for
looks
sure.
like the forgiving kid.
Well, I guess Crennan fucking punched a goalie at one point in
several times.
France. Yeah, so that
Got
also
suspended
will go
7
around.
games.
Yeah, that'll help too. Listen, my favorite part of this whole thing was the whole lead up into the Winter Games and all the meetings that we had internally about, okay, you can't use any of the, okay. So I would always pipe up and go, now what if? And I'm just saying, what if? And I doubt it's going to happen, but what if?
Liberties.
There's a fight at the Winter Games. What can you do? And all of us, we were just like, nah, it's okay. We'll take it as we go. And then Tom Wilson fights. And of course, that happens to be the time that I didn't get to bed until about 5 a.m. because I was working for the day later. So I slept through the third period, and I wake up and everybody's going, hockey fights? Hey, Tom Wilson fought somebody. I'm like, they're playing fucking France. Yeah. Who could you fight? We have France at home in Quebec, and you're going to tell me that you fought some French dude? Yeah, I was pretty upset. But pretty cool, I guess, that it happened.
It was cool.
That's really
provocative behavior. So they suspend their own player for provocative behavior. Provocative behavior.
Because he's trying to get the crowd who's booing or jeering him. You mean being a showman at the Winter Games that is the absolute stage of showmanship?
I can't believe that your own hockey federation would turn your back on a player like that. If that doesn't describe the French, I don't know what will.
Yeah, it's a weird situation from this guy. Do we know how old this guy is? Yeah,
Crennan's a vet.
Because I was part of me was like, is this a veteran scumbag move or is this inexperienced scumbag move? Your choice. I don't know. So we'll find that out in just a second.
Look, I get it. They were getting their shit pushed in the third period. Like, it's like, obviously it wouldn't be fun. And France had earned their respect. Belmar had said, look, the big thing for us is just gaining other countries' respect. France they are not in the top flight of like the world championships anymore. How they got through here is kind of a whole story in itself. And they're going to be hosting the 2030 games. So they're trying to set things up. I don't know. I just... Like, they turned their back on their own guy.
Hey, shout out Julian Junca, though. All right, he was a good story throughout these Winter Games for Team France as well. Speed round. Who do you think, I'm curious to the both of you, comments could play along, who has been the biggest surprise for Team Canada for you in a positive way? For me, I go with Bo Horvat. Where maybe I shouldn't be surprised. That dude's a tank. That dude is playing consistent, winning hockey, and you constantly talk about guys that are number one centers, first line power play, all these things on their teams, but need to adjust to different roles on this big squad. I feel like Bo Horvat, that was a guy who was a little bit, I don't want to say questioning being chosen for Team Canada, but that was a guy where I went, okay, maybe that's one I didn't necessarily expect. He's thoroughly exceeded my expectations. I've been very surprised positively by him. What about you?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it would be Celebrini, like how much he really is contributing here offensively. Like
am I crazy to say that he's the second best player on Team Canada?
I don't think he's been that crazy. Like that's a crazy notion at all. Like that, whoever McDavid is playing with seems to be just elevated from their steam. Like Canada's playing well, as a whole, as a unit. Like I think the other guy probably I'd mentioned would be Mark Stone. And I remember bringing up Stone on After Dark a month and a half ago, saying, like, this guy's going to be on the Olympic team. And the comments were like, on the Winter Games team.
Oh, boy.
Damn, I'd gone so well.
It's so tough.
So well. And anyway, people are like, no, we can't have Stone. But it's like this.
It's ugly to watch because he's just slow as molasses out there. But we've looked at his numbers throughout this NHL season. The guy gets a point in every single game that he plays. And it might not look the best one of the slowest breakaways I've ever seen.
You know who I
in my
thought of
lifetime.
seeing that was Rick Nash, seeing 61 chug, but like end of career Nash, because Nash had some wheels when he was a Blue Jacket.
Mark Stone's never had wheels.
When he was a Bruin, he slowed. He slowed right down. But I did have that thought. But I think Celebrini, I didn't expect it to this degree. How much he'd be a true contributor.
Can I tell you the player that I'm least surprised with?
Sure.
Josh Morrissey. Oh, you got hurt in the first game of an important game?
See, this is what I'm talking about.
what do
Where
you-
we start tearing him down.
Too
because
bad
we're
he's
so
not
used-
playing.
I know. Well, he's probably going to play tomorrow.
Well, that's good.
He's good to go.
Yeah,
he's
thank-
buzzing around there, according to Ryan Rashawn.
Thank you for
Buzzing around.
not playing.
Buzz the tower. Cuthbert said that on a
Hold sits
broadcast
fine.
earlier today, and he said buzz the tower, and me and Tyler both went, he said the thing. He said the thing. He said the thing.
Do you think Louis did a fist bump at his couch at home?
Yeah, I
bust
hope
the
they're
tower.
enjoying Cabo. Who's been the biggest disappointment,
Ooh.
do you think, for Team Canada thus far? I'll give you a minute to think about it. For
Mitch
me,
Marner.
Yeah, that's fair.
that. Wow, okay, so that wasn't going to be my answer. That was going to be my runner-up answer, because that one's very fair. And this one, he's getting a bad rap. It is what it is. Colton Parayko, he's there to play his role as a big, tough guy, stand in front of the net, PK, all these things. I just don't necessarily see it with one Colton Parayko. But then you think the rest of their roster, they have enough puck-moving defensemen. Talking about biggest surprises, I think Thomas...
Do they have enough puck moving
So-
defensemen?
Not Drew Doughty, I'll tell you that. But where I was going to turn that to, I think Thomas Harley has been awesome for Team Canada, which is
Yeah.
another big surprise for me. He's a guy that's moving the puck very well out of their own zone. And I look at one Colton Parayko, and I don't have any confidence when he has to make a play in his own end with the puck. We obviously... What game was that? Was that the Logan Thompson game? Whatever one it was, where Parayko
Switzerland.
didn't get the puck. Yeah, it was Switzerland. He didn't get the puck out, and then he stood right in front of Logan Thompson, and he didn't get the rebound either, and didn't do much. Obviously, you look at that by itself, it's going to be ugly, but I would say my biggest disappointment has been Colton Parayko, and if I had a bugaboo with Team Canada, it would be their inability to break the puck out from their back end. Do you know of a player that didn't make Team Canada that is really good at that specific type of thing?
Breaking out the puck.
Can't think of one.
Jake Wallman?
Great.
Jacob Chikrin?
I mean, hey, I'd probably take that over. And like that to me could be a best
Scott
of both worlds. And bring back Scotty. But
John
obviously,
Klingberg?
Evan Bouchard is the name that comes to mind.
Oh, Bouchard. Oh, Evan Bouchard.
You know what? Actually, let's get into this
But like
conversation.
Parayko is there to be a big body guy,
Yeah.
to be a PK. So like, ain't not necessarily. It's tough for me to say that. I understand the hypocrisy.
I'm sitting there and I watched that first power play and I went, you know what this team is missing? A net front presence. And they did not have that on that first power play. And obviously you sit there and go, okay, that now they score a goal and it's from Crosby, McDavid, and McKinnon. Okay, fine.
Sam Reinhart ain't getting a lot of touches.
He's
in that
not,
spot.
but he's not. And like, Zach Hyman would. And even not even get touches, just be a presence. It doesn't look like they have any presence below the face-off dot in front of the goalie with the power play right
I like
now.
that a lot. I agree. And we've seen Celebrini also be on PP1 at points as well, but he's been more of the PP2 kind of guy. It does feel like a four-man unit. Biggest disappointment. Who do you got?
Well, Marner, I just think he just hasn't really found his rhythm, I would say. I know some people aren't like I won't really pick the D because I'm not disappointed in them because they're doing exactly what I thought.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? It's relative to my own expectations. I thought Canada might struggle to move.
If there was
move
an
pucks out
area,
of their
that would be the
zone,
spot.
right? Because they didn't pick the team to be the best version of a D-zone puck-moving team. So people are coming at Suzuki a little bit. I would agree that like his tournament hasn't been excellent, but it's to the point we're talking about here. Like, there's only one puck. There's only one puck, and it's a team of great players.
I also think Nick
You know?
Suzuki's been a dog on the PK.
Yeah.
And that's why you brought him.
I've really
that's
liked
that's
Nick Suzuki.
it right
Yeah.
there. I don't
No,
need much more
like,
from him.
That's what I mean. Where this is why it's unusual to have McDavid, scoring as many points to have one player. I mean, shit, like Crosby has 17 points now. That's the most for a Canadian at the Winter Games combined. Like McDavid could surpass that number in theory. You know, Crosby, I presume, would get some points along the way, so he wouldn't surpass him. But still, like, that's unusual. So
you're saying there's a chance?
That's unusual. Like the fact, like, and Koivu and Solani, like that wasn't just at the last games. That was at 06. So there was the whole 2010 games. There was the fact Taves was the Canadian single tournament leader in points. McDavid has it smashed by the end of the group stage.
06 doesn't count, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't
That
go to the
one.
Olympics in
That
06.
one was such a bad.
I'm only
Winter
a Salt Lake
Games.
City guy myself.
Well, it's a bad game because of us.
Yeah, that's true. I remember growing up and watching that one, going, "What the fuck? We had 02. We were so good then, and now this." I was very disappointed. But do you want to talk about Drew Doughty too? Because you want to talk about disappointment, and like I know he's coming into the Winter Games.
That's why I wouldn't say like biggest disappointment. I'd just say worst player.
Yeah, because I sat there and went, okay, if there's anybody who can go into Milan and kind of turn it on, I think it's someone like a Drew Doughty. He's been in big games before. I'm a big Drew Doughty guy. He just hasn't been good. And you saw it again from the first game. He's just kind of a step behind. And there are guys back at home. You talk about Jacob Chikrin. Yes, we're going to talk about Evan Bouchard. But there are guys who are left at home from this Winter Games roster that could have been and should have been and would be producing at a better rate than Drew Doughty right now. I get it. Great in the room. Great guy to have. But I'd rather have Brad Marchand in this lineup. And I know different whatever position, but I'd rather have that type of guy in the lineup in the locker room if you're just going to sit him anyways than waste a spot with Drew Doughty right now. So I'm not too impressed with Doughty so far.
Drew Doughty better be sick at those team dinners. He better be covering it all with his credit card. He's better be telling stories, regaling lessons, all those type things, which is another realm. Did you see it was a video at practice, Celebrini and Crosby working on face-offs together, and Crosby was giving him tips. Once again, selfishly, Pacific Division. Stop that. Stop that.
This is why I never understood Bedard not going to the Worlds last year. Like, this is where the romance between Celebrini and Crosby began. This, like, whole, you are the next in line here in this lineage. And then Celebrini goes to the Cole Harbor Skates, and it's like this exclusive club.
Now you're in.
And like,
now you're in.
Now he has the password so he can enter. And like Bedard is just left on the sidelines, you know. So I just think that was a misstep for him personally, because it could have been him.
And now once again, that offseason choice has led to, we've seen a different version of Connor Bedard this regular season where he's taken that step. So it's pick and choose, who knows, but yeah, it's
a word perhaps.
I'm a Celebrini guy. Let me tell you that.
So they have to. I'm kind of disappointed they have to play Cheche again just to see a different matchup.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel that?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I wish they could play. Maybe not. Actually, no.
And if there is a risk factor,
Sweden, Finland, no, I don't want to play those teams.
If there is a risk factor, it's like, okay, a team gets a second chance in a tournament. I know Nietzsche said today he was a little tongue in cheek, perhaps, and obviously he's got to puff his chest out a little bit. But he's like, well, we knew we weren't going to beat Canada twice in a row, so we let them have the first one. You know, something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
Hilarious. It's actually hilarious.
Like, and that's the confidence that, you know, the Czechs need to have if they're going to pull an upset. But just in terms of storyline and everything and anticipation for the quarterfinals, I think it would have been fun to see a different opponent. You're going to have to play somebody tough at any point. I understand the whole, like, oh, my God, Sweden. Well, you're going to Sweden. It's like, well, you're going to play a good team at some point. It's not ideal, but
now there's 8 teams left. Then we're getting to the 4 nations. There's going to be a tough test here eventually for Team Canada. However, I will say that number 1 seed, you wanted that number 1 seed because the path that Canada has, ideally, to make it to that gold medal game, it's a lot easier than what we know Sweden's going to have to take on Team USA tomorrow. Let's go now.
What is Sweden doing?
Dude, their coach today, and he's got some more questionable decisions. It's an ugly situation. It feels dirty. It feels weird. Once again, I'm not too up to date on the inner workings of Team Sweden, but it has not been an ideal tournament for a squad that a lot of people had picked to finish on the podium.
I think it's the top looking outside of Canada. You can't pick a Canada storyline. What's the top storyline? What is Sweden doing with their roster?
Yeah.
Why are they deploying their players this way?
From game one, when they were like, oh, yeah, Philip Forsberg is going to be number 13. And you're like, fucking what?
Your number one center. He should be 1C on this team. And you've got
Alexander Wenberg.
Pontus Holmberg played 14 minutes against Italy.
What the fuck are we doing? Now, I like Marcus Johansson. But what the fuck are we doing in that situation, that scenario? Nice, Brett.
I don't. It seems way too overthought. And all the decisions, right? The U.S., obviously, are they playing as well as they could? Why did they start Swayman a game? Blah, blah, blah. Those storylines. I think Sweden, the way they've approached this whole thing has just been strange.
It's ugly. It makes me feel dirty. But I love every bit of it.
Swayman sucking too. Game one was very.
Okay, now I got a sweet spot for this. Do you remember the 2002 Salt Lake City games? Tommy Salo allowed a half ice shot from Belarus, which kind of inevitably ruined his entire career.
Yeah.
I was sitting there watching Swayman let that one in and doing I was looking at Dan going, it'd be a real shame if
even wasn't it Gustafsson for Sweden who played the first game for Sweden? Markstrom, wasn't it Markstrom who played the first game for Sweden?
No, Gustafsson played against Italy.
Yes, it was Gustafsson.
Yeah,
and he allowed that stinker, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
They showed it when it was 2-2. They showed the Salo clip.
Really?
It was so in the second period, like when they came back from the one commercial. Cuthbert's like,
dude, I don't
remember this.
I don't need them to show me that clip. That clip is burned into my brain.
Oh,
I cried.
As a ride or die for Tommy Salo, that one that consistently. I remember reading books on like hockey and sports as a kid, and it be like
Six Flags.
The big. Yeah, I could read as a kid. I can't anymore.
Charlotte's Web, O2 games.
Yeah, that was where it peaked and ended. I remember it always saying the most embarrassing moment of the Winter Games is Tommy Salo allowing this, and I sat there and went, "Fuck you! You don't say shit about Tommy."
Or Belarus. They had Ruslan Soleil.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the T out. That's my goalie.
Ruslan Fedotenko too.
Yes,
No, he's Ukrainian.
Yes, Fedotenko is Ukrainian. Ukraine had
Careful, boys.
Ukraine had some guys. Ukraine had some guys in the O2 games.
Quick shout out Billet Moms, apparently.
Yeah, there we go.
Alexei Ponikarovsky.
Nice, good
yeah.
pull.
Great
Good pull.
Ukrainian player.
It's very funny because we're not live. I can't see how long we've actually been going.
58 minutes and 23 seconds.
We have gone through one segment.
There's lots to talk about.
It was about 30 minutes ago. I went, well, you know what? I'm just going to see how this one goes. We'll see how this is everything I expected. Let's go now to a segment that we all know and love. It's the Good, Bad, and Oily, brought to you by Oodle Noodle. Download the app today because whatever the... Wow. Because whatever the moment at Oodle Noodle, it is never ordinary, actually.
Never ordinary.
Shout out to Oods of Nudes. Download their app today, and you can earn loyalty rewards points. And then you can take advantage of the $2 deal. Any premium or regular box ordered for $2 extra, you can get 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, 6 deep fried wontons. That was good for me, because I kind of forgot the ad read there for a little bit, but... It's like riding a bike. You hop right back.
I thought we might get a full screen takeover there.
I was hoping we were going to get a full screen takeover.
Unfortunately, we haven't had one since the inception of this show.
That's right. It's going to happen. So, with good, we're going to kick it off. I went with stepping away from Edmonton Oilers hockey. Now, this might be a selfish good here, but we needed this break. I needed this break. We as fans needed it. Podcast hosts needed it, and I could only imagine what it would like to actually play
Trent
in these
Frederick
NHL
needed
hockey games. Trent Frederick needed it. Janmark needed it. Nobby needed it. Mark Stewart needed it. Tristan Jarry needed it. Connor Ingram needed it.
And somehow Stuart Skinner, too.
Stu needed it.
He also needed it. He did also need it as well, but It was bad before the break. Obviously, the Oilers win 3 games in a row for the first time all season. Followed up with losing 3 games in a row. And the Draisaitl comments after the last game, Oilers hockey not in a good spot. But I do think sometimes there is a mental reset that is needed. Now, I still understand. We've got Connor, we've got Leon, and Josh Szymanski playing in the Winter Games right now. But we've seen some guys going out to Cabo, going to Mexico here and there. Time to reset. And now, as of today, we have seen the boys are back to practice. Before the break, Chris Knobloch even mentioned the phrase mini training camp, that they would work on some things. Ideally, that would be the penalty kill for me. There's several areas for this Oilers squad. The coaching staff maybe readdress. How are you going to dole out some of these minutes? They've obviously been away now for the last little bit. They're going to have over a week to get back here, get in the groove. And I just think this was very, very needed for several players. Brett, that made me sad. We just went through all the names of guys that need Jake Woolman. That's one that jumps out to me. The good, selfishly for me, has been stepping away, getting my weekends back again, having evenings back for 7 days out of the week. Brett, it's been awesome. I can't believe this is what regular people at this company get to.
You shut your mouth. You shut the fuck up. You don't even know.
I do know.
I'm still working,
know.
bitch.
But either way, the good
Weekends? I just did 3 games in 2.5 days.
Oh, you want to talk about
That's
weekends?
fair.
You
But
want to talk about
pity parties.
mothers. You want to... White chick. Anyway.
The good stepping away from Edmonton Oilers hockey. It feels like a much needed step back, reset, and now let's go again. And the crazy part is, I look at, we only have 28 games left
24.
in the regular, 24 games left in the regular season. Kind of looked here and went, wow, we did a lot of games before the Winter Games break.
Yeah, we did. We did do a lot of games before the Winter Games break, and it's it's been good. I hope people have enjoyed it and enjoyed. It's not just that there's been this big break; it's that we've had a tournament to watch. And look, watch other sports. Yep. Enjoy biathlon. Get accustomed to who's participating in moguls. Who knows? Curling. We may talk about it later. Like all these different things, or whatever else. Like it's okay to take a break. We had a lot of games in a short amount of time. Just stop, calibrate, and listen.
I agree. Also, I like the point you made there about watch some other sports.
Yeah,
it's one of the. It's a good part.
This only comes every 4 years.
Step away, bet responsibly on Bet365, but get some speed skating out there. Get some
Speed
skeleton.
skating?
Yeah.
Get fuck me right up.
Let me just say, shout out the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dumb
we'll leave it at that. Shout out the Netherlands.
But I sat there, and today I watched Isabel Weideman, I believe Isabel Weideman, become a Winter Games legend in Canada. Fantastic. Because she won another freaking gold for speed skating for Team Canada.
Gold, yeah.
Oh my, gold, yeah, dude.
Not a goal.
Speaking of Austin Powers,
I cried.
I've been yelling my new thing is solid gold.
I like gold.
How about he paint this thingy gold?
Gold, you crazy Dutch bastard.
How about no?
Yeah, good.
Farger.
We all feel it was a nice time to step away.
Yeah.
I'm excited to come back, and the beauty is, right when you come back to the NHL schedule, 4:30 p.m. Everybody set your fantasy alarms.
That sounds-
Fantasy
We
lineup.
got Jeopardy.
Sounded like
we're
a
missing.
bomb.
We got Jeopardy right now. Shit,
Well, that's at the 5:30 Jeopardy.
we're gonna be live for another 2 hours. Totally forget where I was going.
Well, you're talking
Stepping away from the game.
Stepping away from the games, and
It's
they will
allowed-
Come back.
then
There'll be a
when
lot
you
of
come back,
games.
boom,
quickly.
we're gonna get 3 and 4 dates
Yeah.
for the Oilers. Then the trade deadline, and then you look at it and you go, man, we'll be in the middle of March. Playoffs begin in April. Like I had this moment this morning when I went, Man, we have already done a lot of the NHL season. Before you know it, Brett, we're going to be back doing playoff shows.
Oh, I know. And during this break, too, I'm planning my wedding. So
shout out, picked a date.
Whoa.
My boy picked a date.
Picked a date as of 22 minutes before you came into the office.
Wow.
I still have not gotten
This
the proper...
wedding is 22 minutes.
Well,
I gotta
that's
get
because
officiated.
if we didn't get this date, it was going to happen next year. So,
Everybody wins.
so now
There you go.
everything's into hyperspeed. But
Okay.
yes,
June
it was nice
6th,
stepping away.
So, 26.
January 6th, actually.
Oh, nice. We got to rise up. I lied about the left. All right, let's get serious here for a minute. With good comes bad, and with bad, I went with the New England Patriots losing the Super Bowl this season. Now, I'm a man of my word. A Bordato always pays his debts. I sat in this very chair weeks ago with one Michael Menzies. He threw me a curveball live on the air. Kind of swindled me into it, and I respect the shit out of it and how you did it because you backed me into a corner. But we made a wager. Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl money line. I didn't give him any odds. That's why he backed me into a corner. But I'm a man of pride. I'm a man who represents the Foxborough area well. Now, I will say, on the show, we had placed a $250 wager.
Yeah.
I texted Menzies on Saturday night, and I said, hey, I got some buddies who are willing to give me odds.
Yes.
So better bet than you gave me.
Yeah.
And I'd like to move some of my $250 over to that, but I still respected and honored the deal that we made. It was a straight money line bet, but I said to Michael Menzies, do you think we could take this thing down
This is the Weasel
to $100? I would then like to say that this scumbag goes out here into the Twitterverse, x.com, the everything app. You may have heard about it before. And he tried to use the term weasel.
Weasel.
That Bordsy weaseled out of a bet, to which two things I said, still bet active. And it was good gambling by me because the Patriots would eventually get fucking smoked in that Super Bowl. But Michael Menzies, I'm happy to be here
Yeah.
and to report to you that Bordato always pays
Here it
his
comes.
debts. And I took out 20 individual $5 bills earlier this morning. I'm like George Costanza trying to put it back in my wallet. It's just busting out
It's
constantly.
better than the quarters.
Shout out Shoddy Mills. I did go to the bank and asked on the weekend, can I get $100 in quarters right now? The lady looked me directly in the face and went, are you serious? Are you serious?
She
And I
should
went, no. Yes. And I went, well, how much of a trouble would that be? She looked me dead in the face and went, a lot.
Yeah.
So I went, okay, fair enough. So I settled for $5.
Yeah.
Michael Menzies.
Oh, thank you.
There you are, my man. A Bordato
Wow.
always pays his debts.
Saw it in here. You can tell my face is flushed. It's good. I can fan.
Do a money spread.
Yeah.
All right,
Do
double
it
or
on your
nothing.
arm. Yeah.
Game of tenable.
There you go. Yeah.
So the bad,
go.
my response, I've gone, it was just kind of convenient that I didn't have to host a show since the Super
I
Bowl
was
ended.
so geared up the Monday after. I thought we were coming in and doing a show break. I had notes. I had lots of things.
Well, now
prepared.
you've got $25 bills.
Now I've got $25 bills. So, well done, you.
Deal's a deal. Now, as for the Super Bowl itself, what a horrible game. That was embarrassing to watch. I made the comment. You've heard me say it. Getting blown out like that makes it so much easier to swallow that pill because you never deserve to win. There was no alternate timeline where they were going to win. There's a lot of questions. I've had to hear a lot of noise about one Drake May. It's really pissing me off. But the question's warranted. Obviously, the Pats, Drake May, I'll say, the Pats looked good against tough competition in the playoffs. Drake May in the offense did not. There might be a stark difference from playing the Dolphins twice, Jets twice, and some of these other teams. I'm willing to say that these questions since Drake May, they're a little bit warranted. I still think you're ridiculous if you questioning if he's going to be a franchise QB and all these things. But maybe MVP level things, I can understand the pushback. I'm a fair sports fan. I'm sitting here taking my licks. I think that's fair. I think that's warranted. Would I still put another $100 on Drake May to win his next game? Absolutely, I would. But it was not a good playoff run for Drake May.
I do have a stat before you go into your
let me leave the room
revelations,
quickly.
Menzies. No.
Get some statistics.
You sit right there. I noticed, and this was a while ago, but a quarterback who lost the Super Bowl.
If this goes to Caleb Williams, I'm ending this right now.
No. It has
I know
nothing
where
to
this is
do.
going.
It
I
has
know where this
nothing
is
to do
going.
with Caleb Williams because he didn't lose the Super Bowl in the second year in the NFL.
Didn't even make it.
But a quarterback that loses the Super Bowl in the second year of his career has never made it back.
Heard of Dan Marino?
Ooh.
And once again, I hear that stat. When does that join reality? When does that stat actually matter in anything about
When it
anything
happens.
ever?
When it happens. That's
the
what.
facts.
No, the facts are facts.
on the
Stats are facts. Facts are
ground.
stats. I get it, but it just fires me up. And I do it too, where I grab meaningless stats and you try and work it in to support your argument, but you'd be like, okay, what is that? That doesn't actually apply to anything, but believe me,
than
Brett,
Drake
I have
Mason.
seen that stat and it scares the shit out of me.
Yep. That's it.
Just paying attention.
Just
paying
noticing.
attention.
Sabermetrics.
Jackson
Yeah,
Dart,
collect-
Caleb Williams, like to point out, still have never made it to a Super Bowl. Jackson Dart has another
They
chance.
didn't
for
lose.
it.
Play like 3 quarters.
Yeah, because he can't stay on the field.
And you're going to talk shit about Caleb Williams?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
really?
didn't make the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Well, there's
He
a big,
looks bad for 3 quarters, and then he's good in the 4th.
And he wins when he needs to. Kind of sounds like Tom Brady.
Whoa. If you're going to say that Caleb Williams wins more when he needs to than
Okay,
Drake
sorry. He
May,
makes big
what
plays.
the fuck are we
He
talking
makes
about?
big plays when he needs to.
Oh, what's
sorry.
the term? Do you play to win the what?
Who had a better
Oh,
playoff
sorry. He
run?
can't play fucking defense, too.
Who had a
I'm
better
sorry he
playoff
couldn't
run?
line up next to Tremaine. Oh, fuck.
Drake May or Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams, for sure.
Well, but at the
sure.
same point,
For sure.
Drake May won the games.
Yes, but and once again, that's where I get it. Like the Broncos game, right? That's to win the game. They started throwing balls out of bounds so they could punt it. You remember, we all saw that one, right?
Yeah.
And
The really bad one? Like the... are you
where they
talking about
it was the third down on their
7-6
own
game?
side. and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
But,
That- I mean, that-
I don't want to make excuses, but that's you're trying to win the game.
Yeah, that's totally different.
in that sense. Caleb Williams, good. He's got to get there. He's got to get there first. But I like the hate and rivalry that's now you got Bears, Pats, throw a little Commanders in
I'm
there,
happy I
Jake
can talk about
Daniels,
a good quarterback.
Bo Nix and the Broncos.
When they
2024 draft class.
You want to talk about the big game? They flashed up. There was something that was flashed up about the worst quarterback performances in the
Yeah, I
big games
did.
history.
I'm pretty sure
happened
it's
to
the
see
worst.
that.
It's second place was Rex Grossman in that 06 one, and I sat there and went,
Well, garbage time, Drake.
Oh, fourth quarter record, I believe there, Michael.
Yeah.
Most
He
yards
really
ever.
shined. He shined it all up.
Yeah,
He
did.
really did. He
when they're
boosted those
playing
numbers.
20 yards back for
But
that defense.
I will take there was a point. Look, yes, despite the game being one-sided, and it should have been something like 35-0, but it wasn't. And look, Collinsworth, oh my, Drake's kind of, he's putting it together. And then he threw the pick
Dude,
to
the
nobody.
pick-
But that drive, they
It was 'cause
scored
they were
that
playing-
drive.
they were
Here
playing prevent-
come the
It was because
Patriots.
they were playing prevent defense and were 15 yards back. So we're like,
But teams lose games playing.
Yep, true.
Freaking
Collingsworth reaction when Drake threw the pick. It was just like, I don't know where that one was going,
I
brother.
just don't know what Drake May's doing.
And I have
here.
said this. I hosted the Super Bowl party at my house for me and my buddies. The moment that pass is picked off, I turned to all of them and went, well, you order your Ubers yet? You get the fuck out. They're offering to help clean. And I was like, no, get out of my house. That is your order. But that's enough on
It's a
that.
great invite to their
We paid
party,
the debts.
by the way.
We paid the debts.
yeah, no kidding.
I invited you. I
Yeah, you
mentioned
did
to you.
invite me. You did.
Phones work both ways.
Well, I'm not gonna invite myself to your.
Yeah, that's true. And had you been there, I would have been so pissed.
My mother
I'm so happy 'cause
drilled
I would've been
into
pissed.
me. You don't invite yourself to things.
That's true. You could tell by my confidence level that I didn't text you in the morning
Yeah.
to be like,
Yeah.
wasn't feeling too good. But all right, that's it for good, bad. Let's go into the Oily now here, non-NFL related. And let's take it to curling. Because the Oily
go.
is Winter Games controversies. Obviously, I think the forefront is the curling controversies we've heard, but there's the Winter Games is hitting storylines-wise this season. Now, Menzies, you might know a little bit more about the curling controversy than me. Double touching is a term I have heard way too much in the last couple days here. I love curling. I respect curling. I'm hearing about so many other things about curling than the actual sport itself. Your thoughts and feelings on the controversy. I don't get how it's controversy if there's rules guys there and they're not calling this thing. I don't get how that can be an issue. Tyler had the line today where he said, that's like calling a player a cheater for going off sides. What's the point of having referees and rules?
It got called the next day between
so then that's
in
it.
Canada.
Yeah.
My opinion would be file your complaints with the Zebras, the referees.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I will say curling is largely an etiquette game. Like you don't where it's not like hands-on officiated. Like yes, there are officials there to uphold whatever. Like the whole thing. There was a curling controversy. I believe it was China, I want to say, where they were moving rocks intentionally. Oh. This was at either the last games or at the Worlds a couple of years ago.
How?
Where they were subtly, like with the brooms, when people weren't looking.
No way.
Like they were just tapping the rocks a little bit. Like
That's so funny. I was thinking about that today, too.
Yeah, like so obviously like burning a rock, which is what it's called when you touch it, like that is always... Obviously, Sweden prepared for this because they set up a camera.
Narcs, absolute narcs.
Right on the hog line, which is strange. It's not usually watched. And like the whole thing, I think it's overblown in terms of what the infraction is. It is correct that Kennedy did double touch it. Yep. You know, and even Holman was rattled after. You know, but these are... It's like, I remember David Nedwin. Nedwin would throw skip fourth stones for Randy Furby's team. And Furby's Alberta team is one of the greatest rinks of all time. They won 5 Briers, or 4 Briers. And it could have been 5 in a row had they not gagged it to Mark Dacey's team in 2004. Anyway.
Gagged it. Interesting choice of words.
I like it.
They lost, like they gave up 3 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th, and a 3 in the 10th to lose the Brier. Anyway, why do I know that? Anyhow.
Encyclopedia.
So Nedwin, when he released rocks, it was strange. And sometimes he would get a hog line violation because he would have this very loose grip on the rock and kind of release it, sort of, and did his hand like ever fully let go and then touch it again. And I remember a couple times he would get called for a hog line violation or a double touch. That's the only other time I've seen this. Not that I watch curling like end to end, but I do watch a fair amount. That's the only time I can remember anything related to this. And you obviously having John Morris on. I mean, Morris played with Kennedy. That 2010 team, the Kevin Martin, John Morris, Mark Kennedy, and Ben Heber team, arguably might be the greatest curling team of all time.
Is Ben Hebert the guy that's on the team right now?
Yes, yeah, he's lead. He's the
he
lead.
was, because I was sitting there going, he's the only one that I didn't recognize. And
He's the Oilers Nation everyday white whale. We've had 3 of the 4
Oh,
of 2010
really?
Vancouver team
Oh,
on.
funny.
We got to get them on.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because, again, like the next day, Canada was playing. I forget who they were playing. Well, it was Switzerland. Yes, it was. And the same thing where they called Rachel Homan on a double touch. And you rewatched it, and it was like, what are you talking about? And it's just her hand is coming down after the shot, and it touches the rock, obviously, because physics. And then, so I sat there and went, oh, okay, so when this is called, it's normally A, because you're double touching, but it's more common than it seemingly has been called because it just
everyone's on alert right now for this because it's become such a lightning rod moment, and Holman loses in an extra end because that rock is burnt, can't be used, and they lose by 1.
They lost?
Yeah, they lost that match by 1 in that game early on, and Holman was rattled afterward. And so when you're taking out a rock, particularly like a skip stone, like that's going to have major ramifications on how that end is scored at the end of it. So it's been interesting to see how that is all played out. And curling is one of the big controversies. I think Kennedy would maybe walk back some of what he would do.
He was dancing around in the fucking house. What do you mean?
Well, I'm not going to be the French hockey, federation here and poo-poo them. And if somebody accused you of cheating at the moment, yeah, absolutely. I just think it's in retrospect because you see, yes, so it did technically, like Sweden was right, but what does this all mean at the end of the day? I don't think it's being done for any type of advantage. It happened the same. So Canada was playing Switzerland in the men's side too that day. And we saw Glenn Howard as Switzerland.
Yeah, that was weird. I saw that too. I had to double Google, be like, is that the Glenn Howard I think it is?
Yeah, touch, double Google. Glenn Howard. Glenn Howard was a long time. So Glenn Howard was one of the best skips probably the past 25 years of Canadian curling. But he was...
he's coaching another...
He's coaching Switzerland.
To quote Matthew
Scott
Tkachuk,
Moyer and this guy, banish him.
Wait, who's Scott Moyer coaching?
USA. Figure skating.
What?
Yeah.
I thought he was coaching Canada.
No.
Fucker.
Yeah. So Glenn Howard was like always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Oh, don't fucking do that.
Because he lost I think 4 brides in a row in the final before finally winning. But
Imagine
great
losing
curler.
2 finals back to
Stop.
A
Both
great
of you.
curler, nevertheless. But anyway, one of the Swiss players goes to Glenn and says, I don't want to make this a big deal, but I'm pretty sure he double touched. And I don't think they brought it up in the game, but this is now cloaked the whole curling.
It's crazy how much discussion is around this double touching. I didn't even know that's a thing. It's very funny. I'm not a curling guy. I do not watch curling. I don't know anything about curling.
So electric.
Now, I've gone curling. Very fun, very hard. The way I thought about it when I initially was like, okay, so you're holding it and you're letting go and you're keeping your finger on a little extra bit. I'm like, that's like shooting a basketball and like this finger touched it last over that one. Like, you're not thinking to do that. You're just trying to guide it to where it's going. I don't get, and already right here, we've spent too much time on curling controversy. This pisses me off even just talking about it. But, no one cares.
But what you mentioned is like the Homan situation where it's like, oh, she kind of let go and her hand dropped and it hit the rock.
Yeah.
With Mark Kennedy, it looks like he kind of pokes it a little bit, which it sounds like, okay, what does it do? Well, if you're watching curling and all of a sudden you sit there and you watch the guy take the shot and it looks like he's all the way off to the right, and then it starts to curl and then go into the middle, and you go, how the fuck did that happen? Well, it affects the way, it's just like a pitcher in baseball. When you're sitting there and the guy, he has that last little bit of the connection of the pitch, that's going to change the way that it spins or curves or whatever it is. The spin rate's different, and that's what the issue is that, okay, now the way that you initially released the rock is going to go one way, but now you're poking it.
Because now we're talking about Twitter casuals talking spin rates and things of going down the ice. I go, let's just fucking throw the rock and let's just it's all ridiculous. This is too much.
It's
just
called
throw the
being
rocks.
a sports nerd.
Let's get him in the
Aaron.
house. Let's quit pretending like we're actually
This guy would see a baseball savant photo and see a page of that and just shit his pants. Like, what does it mean, 99 percentile of the fastball percentage?
These curlers are so good. What they can do with these rocks and the pinpoint precision, so every little thing could have an effect. Yes.
Yeah, no shit. That's sports in general. Like, I don't get how that's different than any other thing that has ever existed. Like, you talk about, like, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Sidney Crosby said before, taking a face off. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Yeah. Now, that's not on the player for doing, like, I do think your referees for a reason.
I do think your Remchuk's comparison of, like, this being, like, an offside is kind of the same level of
So, like, what are
infraction
we talking about? Either way, way too much breath spent on curling right there. But go, Canada, go. And the women's team getting hot right now, I do believe. Took down #1 Sweden. Let's go.
Yeah, well, let's go. You want to keep talking about, because I put down winter game controversies for a fucking
what else
reason.
You got?
What else do I got? How about
some stories?
Yeah, how about just skiing in general? How about biathlon in general? The fact that the guy wins bronze and goes, listen, I got my gold medal at home, but apparently I threw that in the fire and fucked this other girl and ruined my relationship. Did you not hear about this?
Yeah, it's just such old news. I didn't think we had to talk about it.
Have we had a show?
I mean, it's been...
I'm sorry you got to talk about it on your daily show. I'll go fuck myself.
No, go.
No, that's
we don't
fine.
get mics like you every day.
I'm sorry. Everybody's pants are on the ground except for Aaron.
I didn't say a word. I let you just spin right there, and you spun yourself into that. I didn't say a word right there. Continue.
No, and then there's that other bitch who stole credit cards. Yeah, there's a lot that apparently I'm behind on. Don't worry about me.
Why can't Canada win gold medals? How about that?
We've won 3 in a row, 3 days straight.
Yeah, but remember, we used to be good. We used to be in contention.
We used to be something. It is funny. Like
2010, we won 14.
But that's where, like,
gold
and it's
medals.
the discussion of, like, once again, we're not Winter Games experts here by any means. Is that just you put in so much extra money into training when it's in your own backyard?
Yeah, you probably do.
That is the result of all the money you put in? Or are we actually having, I don't know, I don't want to say less focus on winter sports and these things, but is the, the widening
greater
out of
emphasis,
sports?
What I heard is that there's been funding cuts or funding whatever cuts to a lot of these winter games sports that we have seen now. You sit there and go, oh, maybe we should have put a little bit more.
Yeah, and then you got like Scott Moyer going over and coaching USA because I'm only assuming he's getting paid way more.
Well, it's because he can't be around Toronto anymore because, Tessa has her own boo.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, the days of like Clara Hughes and Alex Bilodeau and these names.
Someone mentioned Jennifer Heil the other day.
Jennifer Heil.
Alex Bilodeau. Holy cow, what a throwback.
Jennifer Heil was one of a goat. These names we don't know. But Norway, I mean, they're the all-time medal leaders. We shouldn't be surprised that they are.
Also,
Alex Bilodeau just sent me down that was the guy.
Yes.
Alex Bilodeau was that
guy.
dude.
Yes.
Also, can we keep Germans away from like ice ramps? Like, it's crazy how good. We need to keep them away from a lot of things.
This reminds me of the 30s expedition to Antarctica.
They are really good on that skeleton board, brother. That's scary.
Yeah.
But no, they won like today's bobsleigh. It's like 2-man bobsleigh, gold Germany, silver Germany, bronze Germany.
Unbelievable.
Hey, keep them away.
Like, that's why I'm like, what are they doing different than everybody else?
Yeah.
Like,
How is Italy so good? That's another question.
Yeah.
That doesn't get colder than whatever temperature.
I didn't even know that Italy had snow until this Winter Olympics.
The 2006 was literally internal.
I know. We said that one didn't count.
You're right.
That
No,
one
no,
didn't
you're
count.
right.
We
You're
blocked-
right.
We blocked that one from the memories.
You're right.
We blocked that
You're
one.
doing extremely well.
Okay, final one on the Oilers. Favorite non-hockey sport you've watched so far?
I do enjoy some moguls. I do like moguls.
Yeah, watching their knees not somehow
Oh my God.
explode their kneecaps out is just...
And obviously the drone footage that's been done for all the skiing and stuff has been tremendous.
It's been great. I really noticed it during bobsleigh where you sit there and you see them and then they bounce up on the wall. You're like, oh, you sucked on
Favorite
that.
non-hockey sport?
Honestly, literally any of them but the cross-country skiing. I'm still waiting for the mountaineering. I've been waiting every damn day for this mountaineering, and they still haven't.
We'll go
been
live
either.
for that. We'll
you're
do a
damn
watch
right
along
we
for
will.
that. I think for me, it's literally just speed skating. I think
Speed skating's so sick.
It is
fun.
wild
It's
to
fun.
look at them and be like, man, they're going so fast right
But
now.
they don't look it.
But they don't.
Oh,
but then,
no.
like, I start applying the numbers. I'm like, well, that's like, and then I think, man, you take one little, boom, you're gone.
Oh, yeah.
You are off course. And they take out the other people that are racing sometimes. And
I teared up today when Canada won the gold because I was sat there and went, oh my God, Weideman is going to be a legend now in Canadian sports. But like, it did not look like they were going to do it.
sometimes when the group,
great.
when they get like the one in the back gets disconnected and they
Yeah.
gotta like re-go, and you're like, go! Reach your hand!
Yeah. Get there.
Help him! Grab him!
Push!
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All
I have
right.
to go to the bathroom so bad.
We've been in here for a minute. All right, so we want to do the jeans or should we just call it?
Quick jeans and then
Okay,
we'll
Quick
call
Jeans brought to you by Wilhock
sure.
Beef Jerky. Only the finest tasting meat products earn the Wilhock name. Made from 100% Alberta beef. Their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They gladly fill orders of any size, and you can find their jerky, sausage, and other products out of their Leduc location. For more info, head on over to willhockbeefjerky.com. For me, I got two jeans candidates. One, anyone that was upset by Matthew Tkachuk chirping Leon Draisaitl. If that upset you, you are soft. You should never have access to microphones out on the ice or in any professional sports. That was an excellent chirp by Matthew Tkachuk, in my opinion. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Leon. He was going at him. Now, Brady Tkachuk in the background. Quiet down, boy. You ain't done dick in your NHL career. But I didn't like seeing it online. So many people's immediate response was like, Matthew Tkachuk, you'll never be half the player that Leon Draisaitl is. And while yes, that is true. That is obvious. That is fact. that doesn't take away from the fact that is an excellent chirp, one that cuts deep. They say, the best jokes are the ones that have some truth to them. That one does have a little bit of truth to it. Leon wasn't shook by any means. Once again, imagine what they say when the mics aren't catching them right there between the two benches. I think that is soft as hell of anyone that was that upset or anything about it. Good chirp. My other jeans candidate, the NBA All-Star Weekend. I talked about it with you pre-show. I am a guy who grew up, born in 1995. I'm a big NBA guy, always have been, always will be. The All-Star Weekend and the Slam Dunk Contest Saturday night used to be like the Super Bowl for me. You didn't know what you were going to get. The three-point contest, the skills, the dunk contest. We saw Dwight Howard changing in photo booths. Blake Griffin jumped over the hood of a car, which we always point out. But you think of Aaron Gordon, you think Zach LaVine, Vince Carter putting his arm in the rim, Jason Richardson. So many legendary performances, to which this year we had four guys who, I'm an avid NBA guy, didn't know dick about any of the four of them. Yeah. They went out there, threw out some of the most embarrassing attempts I've seen in a while. And then the one guy goes out, shout out Jace Richardson here. The man, now, hyperbole to say almost broke his back, but slams back first completely onto the hardwood. And you look at this in the moment and you go like, man, what, like, had that been a horrible injury, what are you doing that for? Like, nobody knows who you are. What are you going to do? Reverse off the backboard? We've seen that dunk be done a million times before. It was disappointing.
Never like that.
Yeah, actually, that's never been done before.
That's a 10. That's for,
yeah, do we blame the guy with the toss? Because I don't think we do. I don't think we do.
God, no.
No. It looked like a good toss to me. But either way, my jeans, the NBA All-Star Weekend, I said it to you. The fact that LeBron James has been in the NBA for 20-some years and is still yet to do the slam dunk contest, what are we doing here, man? Like, why is that? Why are we getting G Leaguers who literally, it's the NBA All-Star Weekend. These guys don't play in the NBA. They play in the G League. It drives me up the wall. That's my G.
I just don't understand why the NBA All-Stars aren't participating in the NBA All-Stars skills competition. I just don't understand. Like, and you mentioned sort of recent-ish examples. I do think for a player like Blake Griffin, it did give him a little more, like, street cred clout. Having
That's the reason why I'm a Clippers fan.
Right. Like, it did have this spin
Aaron Gordon with the dunk. No one would know who he was until he did
and
that.
it did for Jordan doing the free throw line dunks and Spud Webb at
Vince
a time.
Carter.
Vince Carter is still one of the most famous dunks in
It's
the
over,
competition.
ladies and gentlemen. It's over.
I'll never dunk again. Like those moments, but why are the All-Stars not doing the All-Star competitions?
We're genuinely a step away from Jordan Clingannon or whatever that dude's name is to do the
Jordan Kilgannon.
Kilgannon, whatever.
And then, but the crazy part is Sunday, the actual All-Star game, highly entertaining.
I heard
very
it's
good.
one of the best they've had in a while.
It was Victor Wembanyama setting the tone of I'm actually going to play basketball, and if I'm 7'6" actually playing basketball, it's going to be really embarrassing if you guys keep getting blocked every time you take a layup to the rim. So that was good. NBA fix it up. Any other jeans candidates?
Why is everyone naming their kids Noah?
Oh, yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
9 years in a row, Noah has been the most popular boy's baby name in Alberta. And Olivia, 13 years in a row.
I like the name
one.
Noah. I do like Noah.
Noah, I don't. I know Noah. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Noah
I was a
Holden.
friend.
I kind of like
Noah
that.
Holden. I think we're going to go with Bo.
Bo Holden.
Bo Holden.
How you spell it?
Beau.
Oh,
Like beautiful. Yeah.
Like Bo.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
Bo
like Bo.
Bridges.
Exactly. Like
Bo
Bo.
Bridges.
Yeah.
Bo.
No,
No, Bo.
and also knew Olivia in high school. Bitch. Just a
Okay,
bitch.
so let's name some famous Noahs. The Bible guy.
Noah. Noah of the Ark.
Yeah.
Noah from Stranger Things.
Noah
Schnapp.
Almighty. Oh, no, that wasn't it. No Schnapp.
Noah Lyles.
Noah Lyles.
That's
is
the
a good
runner,
one.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, it
famous.
is.
Joakim Noah.
Fuck no.
Put some respect.
That's last name though. That's not first name.
Yeah.
He wasn't given that name.
I was thinking about this area we were talking about. What's that TikToker? The handsome guy.
Noah.
He's in movies.
Oh, whatever.
Jacob
Noah.
Noah Beck.
Noah Beck. Yeah. I know Josh Beck. Josh
I'm
Beck
hip.
is a
I'm
soccer
hip.
player.
But yeah.
That's really
Noah's-
about it.
Noah's
I just
been
don't know.
named.
I just.
I said Noah Khan could be
Noah
something,
Khan
but if it's
is
the last
fantastic.
9 years, He ain't been around that long.
Predates.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Are there any soccer players, Noah? No.
That's your area. Noah Syndergaard.
Noah Syndergaard.
Okay, I'm tapped on Noah's
sucked.
now.
Yeah, like
in
terms of like
Thor.
actual entertainment celebrities, Noah's is still a untapped market.
No Noah's. Bert, any jeans, or should we get out of here? Menzies P.
Jeans for me, no. I will say, though, Valentine's Day, jeans went to a Mexican restaurant here in town. I won't say which one, but it's on White Avenue and recently moved. I noticed that there was not a lot of people on Valentine's Day that went to a Mexican restaurant, to which I sat there and went, a lot of young couples that aren't too comfortable with going to a Mexican restaurant yet, hey? Yeah, it was pretty strange. We had a great time. Went to a movie. Movie sucked. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll give you my jeans. Don't go see Send Help. The one with what's her name, Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Yeah,
really bad.
Sucks. 15 minutes into the movie, I sat there and went, I don't care which one of them dies.
I thought you were going to be Wuthering Heights.
I genuinely thought it was either that or Wuthering Heights, and I'll tell you what, the fiance one
I watched
goes
Marty
to Wuthering Heights.
Supreme this past week.
Rather watch. We watched Madagascar the other day. Fantastic movie. Yeah. King Julian.
All right, folks, that'll do it for us. Oilers Nation After Dark. Brett, how long did we go on this one?
1 hour and 36 minutes.
The longest show.
That's exactly what I thought
Yeah.
this might actually end up being, with not a whole lot of hockey to discuss. Michael Menzies, contributor here at Oilers Nation, absolute stud.
Next Wednesday? Or are we doing a show before?
Well, I think we might do another one. What's your availability this week? Are you available Friday?
No, I'm in Whitecourt.
And I might be doing it with somebody else. I think we're going to go the rest of the week here. We might do one on Friday. Me, Brett, Revolving Door. Might bring Waz in. Maybe Zach. Play some games, whatnot. Talk it out. And then, the break is over. Back. Like that. We are back.
Yeah.
Next week for the Oilers, taking on some big Pacific Division matchups. But that'll do it for us today. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Brett Holden, great production job on the back end. Michael Menzies with me. Love you all. Throw down your courtesy like on the way out. Make sure you are subscribed to the ON YouTube. And we will talk again later this week. Over and out. Menzies and I have to pee.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered, from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.